Hi, welcome back to Sacred Enzyme. It's Stacy, and we just wrapped up our alchemy experiments outside, and I'm really excited about how these things are going to come out. I can't wait to see what happens. So there's a couple interesting things that I want to talk about today, and besides the alchemy gardening. But one of them is about a personal experience that I had a few days ago, and you know, I kind of I'm scattered out all the time. You know, I have like 10 fingers and 10 different pies, and I've always been that way, and I don't know why I am that way, that I just always try to take on too much stuff. So I've been meditating a lot, and I've been praying a lot, and I've been talking to my guardian angels and my guides, and you know, asking for, you have to, my hands are dirty, I gotta scrub them from digging in the dirt. But I was asking for confirmation. You know, what should I be doing? You know, is what I'm doing the right thing? You know, sometimes you just need a little clarification. So I got up very early. I think it was Friday. I usually get up like 4 o'clock, but I woke up Friday morning and it was like 2 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I just went ahead and got up and got myself together, and I placed an order for the peat moss and some cow manure. And so I started out to get on my way to get that together, and I stopped and got gas. And so this was the first thing that set me off. Was I took a picture of it because I found it hard to believe that I filled up my tank and I got exactly 44 on my thing. So I was just like, that's too crazy. So then I leave Wawa, I go to Home Depot and get my peat moss. I come out of Home Depot and Lowe's, excuse me, I went to Lowe's first. I came out of Lowe's to go to Home Depot because I had to get the manure there because it was on sale. And I literally pull behind this car right here. I mean, look at the symbol right here. That's Archangel Michael. And then look at the message, we will serve, we will serve. I was like, no way. Nobody's gonna believe me with this. I had to take a picture. That's literally Archangel Michael. I was like, whoa, what? Archangel Michael, are you telling me that you're with me, right? So then I go to Home Depot, get my stuff. I leave, and then I feel like I gotta go by Publix because I gotta get some food for my animals. So I go in there and I run into this guy that is a bread vendor, and I've run into him like 4 or 5 times, and there's something about his energy that I really am drawn to. And you know what I'm talking about, because you can meet strangers and there's just something about them, you can't quite put your finger on it, but you either feel like you've known them, or you feel like you need to know something about it. You feel compelled to speak with them. Well, this is how this young fella has been every time I've run into him. He's stocking the bread, and for some reason we always get into a conversation. Well, I ran into him at the other Publix, and we started talking, and he told me that he does videography on the side. And I said, really, that's great. I said, I really need somebody to help me do these YouTube videos, because, you know, I explained to him what I was doing, and we talk a lot about those types of things. So anyway, we ended up exchanging numbers, because he says, well, you can teach me about gardening and I'll help you with your videos. And I'm like, you got a deal. So after all these times that I've interacted with this young gentleman, I've never got his name. So I said, hey, you know, what is your name? So he tells me his name is David. And so I just chuckled. I said, oh, David, like King David. And so, you know, we exchanged numbers. I went on my way. So I get up to the register to pay for my stuff, and I look over to the right, and my bagger, his name is Emmanuel. Can't make this up. So I chuckle again. And then I go out to my car, the guy that meets me to get my shopping basket, because I'm having, you know, I'm still using some support with my ankle. His name was also David. And this is a completely different David. So then I get in my car, and I crank it up, and literally it's George Strait playing my brother is playing that. But before, as I was walking to my car, I just happened to look down and I find 13 cents on the ground, a dime and 3 pennies, which is funny because I always collect every penny that I get from heaven. I get pennies from heaven and I keep them, and I have a jar in my office that I collect all of my angel pennies and coins. I save them in there. I keep them separate. And so I found the 13 cents, which I still don't understand what the 13 meant, but my guardian angels have been leaving me change for many, 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 many years. And I've just recently started keeping them separate because I realize now that they're blessings from my siblings and from my guides and grandparents. So I'm convinced that this universe is so more intelligent than we've ever given it credit for. And then this morning, when I woke up, I kept hearing this song in my head. And so I had to go look it up because I really feel like my brother communicates with me, or maybe it's Archangel Michael, or is Michael also Sophia? Is Michael the mother of souls too? I mean, is Michael androgynous? I mean, I'm starting to wonder because the St. Michael's iconography, the symbols that represent Michael, it's like wrapped up in so many different names. It's like all of these different beings that came through, like Hermes and Jesus and Mithras and all of this stuff. It's all kind of like, and even Mary. I mean, I really feel like this is all actually going to one thing, and it's the Divine Mother. Like when they talk about the Whore of Babylon and all that stuff, I actually think that all this goes back to the first emanation from God, which was Sophia. And I've been getting these names dropped down to me in meditations for a while, and I didn't really understand what it was, but I kept getting this name Veronica, Eve, and Eve Lee, Evely, Eve Lee. Also, like Anna, let me think, Sophia. I mean, there's just like a whole bunch of names. And then I started looking them up because I write everything down. I started looking them up, and it's all like Divine Mothers. It's all Divine Mothers. So I'm thinking, okay, is the Divine Mother trying to talk to me? And I need to be more receptive. So I'm starting to think that, yeah, that all this stuff with Archangel Michael is actually representation of the Divine Mother. Plain and simple. And I also think that this original religion, where we were paying respects to the mother, and then we were living by like a way of nature and believing in one divine universal God, that has been manipulated over time, hijacked, and completely changed the whole scope of what it was intended to be, and then used for egotistical reasons, for dominance and power. But this morning, I woke up and I kept hearing the song in my head. And, I was thinking about, oh, should I try to go outside and do these things today? Is this what I even should be doing? I've got to stop doubting myself. So this was the song that kept coming to my head. So I went and looked it up, and it's called The Hard Way, by an artist called Mary Chapin Carpenter. And the lyrics, I'll just read some of the lyrics for you because I started crying when I got through to it, because I feel like that this is my guardian angel talking to me, or this is my thought adjuster, my soulmate. The first part of it says, show a little inspiration, show a little spark, and show that things that drew me to you and stole my heart. And tell me something I don't know instead of everything I do. And look at me as if I mean something to you. Our hearts are beating while we sleep, but while we're wide awake, the world won't stop and actions speak louder. Listen to your heart and what your heart might say. Everything we got the hard way. And then the next one says, show a little passion, baby. Show a little style. And show the knack for knowing when and the gift for knowing how. and have a little trust in us when fear obscures the past. You know, we got this far, darling, not by luck, but by never turning back. Some will call on destiny, but I just call on faith that the world won't stop and actions speak louder. Listen to your heart, to what your heart might say. Everything we got the hard way. Caught up in our little lives, there's not a lot left over. I see what's missing in your eyes. You're searching for that field of clover. So show a little inspiration, show a little spark, show the world a little light when you show it with your heart. We've got two lives. The one we're given and the other one we make. And then it just finishes with the chorus. And so I thought, you know what? If our guardians and our guides love us this much, how can we not start a call to action? How can we not respond? How can we not step into our purpose when they have so much faith in us as human beings, you know? So regardless if it's Michael or if it's Sophia, you know, they want us to show some inspiration and some spark and step into our divine purpose. So yeah, I mean, are you listening with your heart? Are you listening to your thought adjuster and your guides and all of your ancestors that's crossed over, that's standing all around us that we can't see, being our support staff, just rooting us on to get into our purpose. Get into our purpose, folks. So with that, I'm going to end this video. I've got one more video coming that I want to explain the microbial exopolysaccharides that I was talking about when we were outside doing the alchemy gardening stuff. I was talking about the enzymes that's from the aloe vera and the enzymes that leach from different kind of root vegetables like beets and mushrooms and fungi. But I think that this might be the sacred enzyme, folks, the sacred enzyme. So make sure that you go outside today, put your feet in the grass, and give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks for all the guidance that we're getting. Open ourselves up a little. Try to tune in some. Do a little bit of effort on your part. It's not hard. It just requires, you know, some consistency. And, you know, we owe it to the Mother Earth. We really do. We really do. So when you come find me, I'll be here, because we're living in the past, present, and the future all at the same time. So with that, listen to your inner voice. Listen to your thought adjuster, your guardian angels, your guides. Listen to them and let them be your support system, and show some inspiration and some spark. And let your actions speak louder, and listen to your heart. Do what your heart says. Because nothing comes easy, folks. Nothing comes easy. Everything we got the hard way. And you got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. So with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.